Hello and welcome to Clearing for Success. We have a special guest today. I'm Leslie Gunterson, and our special guest today is Mary Beth Ramsey, who is an expert at dressing people for the camera. Mary's been dressing Hollywood for over 25 years, helping characters come alive on screen through dressing them in a way that's believable to the character and to the audience. She has worked in many shows, 13 Reasons Why, Modern Family, Beverly Hills 90210, Heroes, Baby Daddy, and Bones. Mary Beth is now passionate about helping women in transition to transform their lives by helping them get clear on who it is they are, release what's no longer serving them, and helping them to become an incredible and empowered women they're meant to be. And it's such a compliment to the work that I do at New Life Paradigm. I'm really happy to introduce Mary Beth Ramsey. Welcome, Mary Beth.
Thanks, Leslie. It's so great to be here with your group and some of mine as well. So, yeah.
Great.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. So we connected and decided we wanted to talk about clearing for success. There's some more people that are joining us, and as people join us, maybe you want to talk a little bit about your work and what it is you do to help people clearing their spaces and.
Yeah. So one of my core things that I'm doing right now is helping people clear out their closets, and so that we can be clear in our mind as well. So because our internal state is influenced by our outer external state, and so when we see all that clutter in our closets, it zaps our energy. So I help women, mostly women, clear that out and get rid of all those items that you don't need anymore.
Awesome. And I bet that makes you just feel so much lighter.
Yeah, everyone feels lighter. And I love watching women like are crying, getting rid of the pieces. And it's so amazing. And they feel so much lighter when their closet is cleared out of all the energy that we hold. As women, we hold in a lot of our emotions in our clothing. And when we keep those pieces from, our vacation that we have, that piece that we bought on vacation, or the dress that we wore on our first date, or, all those pieces, our grandmother's wedding dress or whatever. And some of those are great to keep, but some of them are holding us back in life because they're taking space up in our closet, which is taking space up in our brain and our life. And we really need to get rid of it in order to go forward.
Interesting. Tell me more about how do we decide what it is that we keep and what do we get rid of?
Yeah. So the good way is to figure out who you are and who you want to be and who you want to show the world. So that's really the first step I help people with, is really becoming clear on who you are and who you want to show the world. And once that's done, it's easier to get rid of those pieces that aren't going to fit with that image that you want to project to the world. And so really we just, once you're clear on that, then we can go into the closet and get rid of the stuff. And some of the stuff is easy to get rid of. Like I said, the pieces that you don't wear, the wrong sizes, those are easy to get rid of first. Getting rid of those pieces that, and women, we all fluctuate in our weight from day to day, from month to month. And so I'm not like a stickler of just keep the pieces that fit you now, today, but keep the pieces that fit you today and tomorrow. And next week, on your week that you're bloated and the week that you feel great and you're toned and you feel skinny. So keep those and fluctuate so you're comfortable, so you have clothes to wear during those times, but don't keep the clothes that are 3 or 4 sizes too big or too small for you, because that's gonna clutter up your closet, take up space, and you don't need that in your closet, in your life. Like if you have clothes from a size that you used to be, whether it's big or small, whichever way, but a size that you're no longer, every time you see those pieces, you're going to be taken back to that time where you were that size, and it's going to mess with your mind. And it's not going to, you're not going to be clear of who you are. You know, you're going to be taken back to that time. So it's better to get rid of those. And really, like if you're keeping them, holding on to them to wear them again because you're wanting to be that weight again, do you want to wear those clothes again, those actual pieces? Or would you rather treat yourself when you get to that size and buy something new that really shows off your figure better, your new you, and that blends with who you want to show the world? So get rid of those pieces, and then you'll be happier because those pieces aren't reminding you every time you open the closet, oh yeah, I didn't go for a run this morning, so those aren't going to fit me. Get rid of them.
Right. That makes so much sense. What do you recommend to help people move forward in what you said, what they want to be, how they want to show up?
So I do like a mood board with my clients. So, and really, like, I have a questionnaire that really goes in depth of who you want to be, and really asking those questions of how do you want to show up? Who are you? What's your business or your life like? And how do you want to project that to people? So then we can figure out what does fit who you want to be. And that's it's much easier when you get clear. So getting clear on, going through magazines and pulling out, pictures of what calls to you, and who cares if it's like, oh, I love these beautiful gowns. That's what I would like to dress every day. Okay, great. Do you have that life? No. Okay, great. So, but how can we get that feeling in something that is your life? Maybe it's not a gown. Maybe you don't wear a gown every day, but what's going to make you feel beautiful and like a goddess? And that's what you should be wearing. We should all feel like goddesses every day, right? So let's dress like that and figure out what would make us feel that way. And then that energy is going to come out of us, and we're going to attract more of what we want in our life as we are embodying that in our clothing and in ourselves. We're going to spread that out in the world and bring it back to us. And it's the same thing when we get rid of clothes in our closet and clutter in the closet. Like, oh, I don't know, what do you keep in your closet? Like a old baseball bat, or pictures from childhood, or knickknacks, or, in a box.
Purses.
Great. Yeah, purses. I have so many purses on the top of mine. But yeah, you can keep all of that. But is that the right place to keep it? If it is, if it's things, is it just storage? Are you using your closet as a storage space? Not that good of a place, unless it's like, maybe you can have half of the closet storage. But if it's intermixed, then you're going to get confused, and you don't want to open up your closet in the morning, and it's going to bring you down when you're actually needing to get dressed and be prepared, and maybe in a meditative mode to get ready for the day. It's better to have a clean slate and have a clean closet, organized with the clothes that make you feel good, and have it all there so you're ready to go.
Yeah, I love what you said about, can you dress like that? Because I would love to have the clothes that I see on Downton Abbey. But can we dress like that? No, they're not really in fashion, but they are beautiful.
They are beautiful, and they're not that comfortable with all those corsets and the heavy weight of the fabric. But they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous clothes. Gorgeous clothes. But yeah, that would But hey, you cosplay. You can have some pieces. You can keep pieces.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I could give you tips on how to go through a closet if that would be helpful for everyone. Should we do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I know some people that do closet cleanses say take everything out of your closet and throw it on your bed. And I don't like that. I say don't do that because I think that's overwhelming. And what if you get a phone call in the middle of it and you have to rush out and then you have a big mess, a pile of mess on your bed. So um, I like to go keep everything in your closet and just take out either piece by piece or section by section. And it seems less overwhelming that way. And I actually just redid my closet, and it took about 3 or 4 hours. It is a long chore, but it's so gratifying. So what you want to do is first pull out all the clothes that give you a bad memory, that have a bad memory associated with it for whatever reason, and get rid of those clothes. We don't need to keep those. And all the ones that have good memories, but they don't fit, you can put those away somewhere, box them up, put them in the garage, put them somewhere else that you're not seeing them on a daily basis because you're not going to wear them and they're taking up valuable space in your closet. And then you can get rid of all the clothes that are the wrong size for you. So that's easy, getting rid of all those things, right? You probably can get rid of maybe a fourth or a third of your closet just by doing that, and it's fast. And so then you have less to deal with already. And then you can go through and pull out the out-of-date clothes and the colors that you don't wear, that you don't ever feel good in. You probably know instinctually which colors look good on you, which colors people compliment you on. So you know which ones you don't get compliments on as well. So you can take those ones out and again, put them aside for either donations or give to your friends or to sell, depending on the quality of them and the shape of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, like if you feel like a goddess in them, those are the pieces you're going to keep. And make note of that. Like, what makes you feel like a goddess in it? Is it the color? Is it the fit? Is the shape, the style? And those pieces you might want to get more of. Like if it's a white shirt you feel amazing in, get a different color in that same one, in that same shape, style.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So you're getting rid of a lot of stuff, and depending on how many clothes you're getting rid of and how many you actually need. And right now, face it, we're wearing lots of tops and the same pants every day, right? so maybe we don't need as many pants right now, and we need more waist up tops and blazers now. So be mindful of that. And I also suggest trying everything on, every single piece. And I know it's a chore. That's where it takes a long time, but you might remember that those pants fit you, but since maybe you haven't had them on for 3 or 4 months, they may not fit you the same way. And maybe the shape or the style, the silhouette of them is out of date now, even though they were fine a year ago. Our bodies are changing because we're sitting a lot now.
Mm-hmm.
We're not walking around the office. We're at home more often now. So try everything on. If it doesn't work for you today or in the next month or so, get rid of it, and pay attention to things. Really look at the pieces. If you haven't worn it for a while, you might not realize that or you might remember as you look at it, oh yeah, that had a rip that I needed to repair. Okay, so you haven't repaired it yet. How long has it been hanging in your closet knowing that you have to repair it? Is it worth your time and money to get it repaired? Will you wear it or not? So should you just get rid of it, and maybe replace it, maybe not, or keep it and get it repaired? But if you keep it, you got to remember to take it to get it repaired or repair it yourself. And then also check the stuff that's needs to be cleaned. is there stuff that needs to be cleaned? If it's stained, you don't wear it because, oh, that stain didn't come out last time I wore it. That's if it's not going to come out, you're not going to take the time to get it out or take it to the cleaners to see if it's going to get out, then get rid of it. Or where's the stain? Because again, we're looking a lot here. We're not seeing each other full head to toe anymore, really. Right? Most of the time we're on screen like this, even like getting together with girlfriends for lunch, like today, right? We're here. So if you have a stain on your clothes from coffee this morning or brushing your teeth, no one's going to see it. But just remember, that's a Zoom top and not an, walking out of the door top, right?
Right.
And then again, like alterations, like if you love these pants or this skirt or this dress, but you've lost weight or gained weight, would it look better if you took it in or let it out? Or would it look better if you took the ruffle off? Maybe the ruffle's dated now, but it's still a great shirt. Maybe you only wore it a couple of times. You can shorten the sleeves. You can cut long sleeves into short sleeves. You can take the ruffle off. You can shorten a ruffle. You could shorten. There's so many ways to alter clothing, not just altering them to fit better,
Right.
but alter actually the shape of them to make you feel better, make them fit you better. So that's an option too. So you can look through all your clothes, making sure that all of these things in each piece, does each piece work for you? And then also with what's left, do you have outfits for all of the items? So now do you have a shirt that doesn't go with anything? Well, maybe that's okay right now because we're on Zoom and we don't need outfits head to toe, but maybe we will at some point. So keep that in mind as well. Mm-hmm. And then it's time to organize it all back in your closet. And I can give you some organizational tips real quick.
Perfect.
Yeah, so like you said, I worked in Hollywood for 25 years, and part of that was organizing actors' closets on the TV shows and keeping them in a way that we could easily find everything. And that's my training. That's what part of my training is keeping everything organized. So what I do is starting from left to right, like we read. We start with tops and hanging. If you want to hang everything, it would be tank tops, then to like sleeveless tops like this, short sleeve tops, long sleeve tops. I'll knit first, fabric, and then the same in woven fabrics like button up shirts. But within that, it's also color coordinated, color like light to dark. Mm-hmm. So visually, it looks clean. And then you go into pants, skirts, blazers, organized the same way. And with my pants, I keep jeans in front because I wear them more often, and then slacks, but also in color organized manner and length. And so the shorter ones, like for summertime, the shorter pants are first, and then they go into longer. And same with sweaters. I fold them. Some people hang them. I don't like to get the little knobbies here from the hangers.
Right.
And you can fold them over the hanger, but I like to just fold them in. And I have cardigans and pullovers in color order so I can see. But I also recommend people, once you know what looks good on you on camera, because we're all on camera now, if you pay attention to what looks good on you, keep those pieces separate from your other wardrobe. So at any time of day, if you're like, oh shoot, I'm going to go on camera, I forgot about that, or someone wants to pop on camera and it's an important meeting, you can grab one of your items, those pieces look good on you for camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's some great stuff. And I'm sure we can kind of move that into other places we want to organize in our kitchen or
Mm-hmm.
And in our closets where we're just storage closets where we're getting rid of things that have bad memories or things that don't fit us like artwork that doesn't really fit with our style anymore that we somehow want to hold on to for some reason, or things we've inherited that we need to get rid of.
Right, right. I know. My aunt told me one time, if it's not you, like you were saying, if it's not you, why are you having it hanging it in your room? I know it came from Grandpa, but why are you keeping it if you don't like it? It's okay. It's okay to get rid of it. You know,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
okay. So,
Yeah.
but each person is different. If you want to, go ahead, but it doesn't have to be hanging. Or you take a picture of it so you can have a picture of, oh yeah, I remember what that looked like. And it's a picture doesn't take as much room as, like a photograph doesn't take as much room as a framed piece of art.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Or a jacket. You could take a picture of you in the clothes, or if you have, that outfit that you wore out with the girls or whatever, and you have a picture of that time in your life that you were so happy and you wore that outfit. Great. Frame it, put it up on the fridge or, in your office or whatever, but then you can let go of the item, the actual clothing piece that doesn't fit you anymore, fit in your life.
Yes. Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
good stuff. So I want to open it up for some questions. Does anybody have any, I'm going to unmute everyone. Does anybody have any questions?
I do exactly what she says. I do start with tank tops and move all the way to the longer sleeves on one rack and try to make sense of where purses go and things like that, and accessories. Even jewelry, we have to learn how to do that, right, Mary Beth?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
accessories. Your scarves are all hanging a certain way by color.
Yeah, and jewelry trays or hanging them in the jewelry hangers with the little uh
Either the hook or
compartments. Little
the
compartments.
hot.
But I know, Donna,
Yeah,
you also have those fun clothing parties where you bring friends
right.
over.
Right. Let's talk about that, because that's really a cool way to sort of mix and match. Mary Beth and I had a party, and friends brought, in addition to selling jewelry there, because it was a Stella and Dot party, Mary Beth brought a lot of great clothes. Some of it she probably had from TV shows. Sometimes you get to walk away with some really nice designer, let's say blazers. And she brought some really cool things she didn't want anymore. They look brand new, but there were other women bringing things as well from their closets that they're just tired of and wanted to see if they can have a fresh piece from the party. They were exchanging items. Mary Beth walked away with some of my, she's so tiny, she walked away with a lot of my kiddos, let's say sweaters and things. And my kiddo, who at the time was probably 19 or 20, walked away with a lot of Mary Beth's things. So they actually walked away with like what you would do at a thrift store, get something different and for less. And these women were exchanging things for free, and they walked away with bags of stuff. And it was a really cool idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a fun
Yeah.
time. It was really fun.
We
Thanks,
did that one
Donna.
time. We did that one time with houseware. It could be anything, and you got a token for each person. Each thing that you brought, you got a token, and then we went around and people shopped with their tokens.
Oh, that is a fun idea too. Oh.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, and you could just pick one thing at a time, and go and went around with the tokens. But that's a great idea to clear out things, especially things that are really good. And you want, it'd be great to see a friend have it, or to know someone benefited from that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, you save money, you save money that way. And it's a new piece that you can, like a scarf. Mary Beth walked away with a few scarves. I got some of hers, and now we had some new things, and it was to add to our wardrobe instead of having to reshop and try to find it out there. I know Mary Beth often goes to Wasteland and stores where she goes to trade in her old stuff as well and gets a credit, right, Mary Beth? And
Yes, yeah, I sell my clothes to those thrift stores. Mm-hmm.
right, right. And she walks away with one piece for $5 that, is much more designer quality. Some good hero pieces sometimes you find coming out of, people's closets. They're one of a kind, sort of, let's say, Dolce and Gabbana or something really fancy. And you've given her 10 pairs of just regular clothes, and you walk away with one great piece. It's a win-win.
Yeah,
Right. Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah, another option is also for cradles to crayons. They actually do up to adult sizes too, because they have up to children that are up to 14, and they are actually needing just as much clothes as anyone else at the younger
Thank
ages.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Anita, I think.
Thank you, and thank you, Anita. That was a great tip. It's great to give to charities like that as well.
Absolutely. They need shoes, they need clothing, they need everything.
Wow. Are they in California?
They're actually in Massachusetts, and I believe there's another one that is in Pennsylvania, I think. So just if you know of like any place that is looking to actually as a nonprofit for kids, they definitely also need those sizes for boys and girls that are, turning into young men and ladies.
So
That's wonderful.
yeah, it is. If you can, I think people might be on their cell phones and chat might be hard, but if you have the organization, the website of organization that would be a good place, go ahead and put it in the chat and we can make that available. So Mary Beth, how can people get in touch with you? How can people find out more about what you do?
Yeah, I have a website, transformationalstyles.com. And I'm very active also on LinkedIn, and that's just my name, Mary Beth Ramsey, Ramsey, on LinkedIn. And my email is marybeth@transformationalstyles.com.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Any other questions or comments?
Yeah. So I had a quick question. What are some other places to donate to while we're in this shelter in place circumstance? Yeah.
Well, I like to donate to charities or women's charities rather than say Goodwill. I mean, it's so easy to drop off at Goodwill or Salvation Army, but the women's shelters need it more. None of them are coming to my mind right now, but I at the end of one of our movies that I worked on, the producers didn't want any of the clothes. They said, take it, just take it. So I took it downtown LA to a women's shelter, and it made me cry because there were so many women there with their kids who needed stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, if you find
there's Dress for Success too.
Yes, there's Dress for Success. I've taken stuff there too, and that's a great place if you have business clothes, and they're in good shape. That one's really good. Dress for Success, and women's shelters, family shelters, and I know it sounds weird, but they really need bras and underwear as well. They're because most people don't donate those type of items, and I don't know if they need to be new or not, but if you have them or gently used, if you find bras in your closet that you wore once, it's a specialty bra or something, they could probably use it.
Great.
You could probably just Google women's shelters.
Great. Thank you for the tip.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary Beth. And we look forward to part 2 where I'll share Clearing for Success.